Okay, let's pray. Dear God, we thank you that we come again to study how to give counseling or advice to people in our church. Give us the wisdom to know what to do and to advise according to your will, according to your teaching in the Bible. Guide us and give us all the understanding. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Okay. Let's see, chapter 10, chapter 11. Okay, tonight, chapter 10 first. Okay, chapter 10 in the textbook is about conversation number 6. You remember that in the textbook, they will have 7 conversations. Or the way the author put it this way, how you deal with certain big topic of marriage and family. So conversation number 6 is just about how to bond the couple together with sex and touch. Now for the author, she emphasized that sex is part of marriage that God given to the couple. And she said that a lot of problems happen because we don't fulfill our requirement to be a couple. You know that a lot of Christians don't want to talk about sex because it becomes the topic that not acceptable. But sex in marriage is a holy thing because God make it for men and women who marry, not just only to multiply, but to bond together to be one. And God clearly said that you become one again when you get married. So uh, this is so important for us to realize that God wants us to do that, uh, to glorify God through the marriage. So you go back to the Bible from Genesis on, you will see that the plan is there. God is the one who married the first couple, and sexual relationship is part of the blessing that supposed to have. So the author believed that when the relationship broke down, when the couple don't have feeling of love to one another anymore, problem happen. Because this is the major thing in the marriage. Couple need to have the bonding by relationship that way. Now, some people say that this is just physical feeling. No, it intertwines between thinking, feeling, and emotion spiritually. It's all in one. So when the couple, wife and husband, have good relationship, everything become one, physically, emotionally, and also spiritually. But when they have problem, everything break down. They are not one anymore. They might try to continue their relationship, but when part of it broke down, every part not function normal anymore. So you see that it have to be harmoniously, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. All parts need to harmonize into one. If one part break down, every part have problem too. So the author of this book believed that a lot of time it starts with sexual relationship go south. It's not the one that's supposed to be. And she tried to remind us that physical intimacy is part of the requirement, part of what God commands wife and husband to be one. And she said touch in the sense that, well, physical touch is so important. Well, it includes kissing, hugging, part of the body that it's not just about sex, it's also about become bonding between touch. Our body need touch. So you have this kind of friendship even with friends. You hug, you touch one another, and this is part of the bonding process. I know that in Asian culture we don't do that, but in most of the world, part of hugging or touching is part of bonding. So we have to find a way about this important part of bonding that it in every kind of relationship will need it. Now, the author go on number 3, she believed that impact of insecurity. When relationship is not good, even they still continue living as wife and husband, it's not the joy is not the way that's supposed to be. So you see that even you try to continue your good relationship, part of it, when part of it broken, you need to fix it because you cannot keep continue your relationship by some part is not working. Every part need to work together. Mean that physically, emotionally, and spiritually, they all have to work together to make the bonding work or give security to their marriage or the security to the family. And number 4, she advice is, she talk about you accept your feeling. A lot of time people feel that I'm so strong, I don't feel anything. But in fact, it is not. We are weak. She used the word vulnerability. It means that you can get hurt. And we get hurt all the time. You can get hurt physically, emotionally. You can feel sad, you can feel bad, you can feel down. Everyone can be on that spot. So we need to recognize that it can happen to us all the time. Using physical touch as a tool for connection. So she believed that from the Western perspective, when they have problem, if they go back and hug one another, a lot of time it solves a lot of problem. So we might try in Asian culture, we don't hug that much, but we have to find another way of physical touch or physical connection. We might shake hand. We can do that a lot. And that might give some feeling of reconnection. Now, number 5, she talked about the word oxytocin. This is the chemical, a hormone that your brain makes when you are very happy. In the moment of intimacy, your brain makes oxytocin. You see that today people try to use all kind of drug to imitate that kind of feeling. That's why people hook on drug, because the drug can try to imitate some kind of feeling from the hormone in the brain. It's not exactly that way, but people think that at least they can replace the real thing with the drug. And they hook on the drug, but the drug in the long term not really helping them. It's destroying them. But at least in the beginning, people feel that now they feel happy. They forget about all the hurt. and they just remember something relaxing, something comfortable. And the drug will trick their brain to think that way. That's the result of all kind of drug that people use. Okay, the author will continue about sex and touch in this whole chapter, in this whole conversation. That she said that we need to openly talk about it, what we need, and what we get, and what we don't get, what we're expecting from another side. So if you are the counselor on this point or topic, sometimes it's tough, sometimes it's difficult to talk about it, but the couple need to trust you and know that you can help them go through this together as a team. How could you know that they have sexual problem? Well, most of the couple who come to you when they're not happy, part of it is about that sexual relationship is not fulfilling too. It's always part of it. It might come before, happen first, or happen later on, but it's always a package. And most of the counselor believe that if you can solve part of this problem early on, it can bring you to another solution in other thing too. Because they believe that love, sexual relationship, intimacy can solve a lot of problems. So they try and they found out that it worked with most of them in their practice. When I say most of the time, it doesn't mean every time though. Sometimes the problem is more complicated or more than just sex. And relationship or physical touch cannot solve everything. You need to work more on some other issue that the couple have. Now, the author sum up all kind of sex into three groups. The first one they call, let's see, or she calls sales of sex. And she said this kind of sex is just uh, to feel good physically, emotionally. And it becomes just part or routine of the couple. And it cannot really build any good relationship because it just becomes part of the routine. And a lot of time it have no meaning at all. It's just part of the marriage or part of the you living together with your spouse. And a lot of couples just do have sex for that purpose. It might help them release the tension or something, but it not fulfill deeper goal. So you go to number two, what you mean. Really about it's not about sex anymore. It's about wanting to feel wanted and desire. Mean that to achieve that end is through sex. Now you have a goal, or your wife or your spouse have a goal. Why she have sex with you? Just because she needs something from you. And she trade off sexual relationship for something she wants. So the first one is just for the sake of sex alone, just to enjoy, release, relax. The second one is use it as a tool to get something else. So now a lot of people, a lot of couples use sex as a tool to get what they want or to connect with something else that they expect in return. So this is the second kind of sex that she's talking about. And number three, synchrony. Synchrony sex, what that mean? For her, this is the ideal type. It means that this is the sexual relationship that build on trust, build on love, and build on good relationship. You don't expect anything out of it in sense, but it's just the expression of love, caring, bonding that the couple have. So she said this is the best one. The first one is just to relax, just to feel good physically and don't care about anything else. The number two is use sex as a tool to get something else. Number three is to bonding, to encourage one another, to show love and care. So she said that number three is the best goal that we should have. And this is, we should teach the couple to expect this kind of sexual relationship, just to build strong relationship, just to support one another, not because we want something else in return, or just to do the job and let it go. No, you have more meaning in this kind of sex. Now she said that sex is good as long as you know why God gave it to the couple. Well, you know that two strangers come to live together, and they come from two different families. They might come from two different backgrounds, and they don't know each other that much. But by spending time together in the same bed, they go very deep of sharing their life. So the author believe that by good sexual relationship, you build a very deep and strong foundation for lifetime relationship. And nothing can compare to this. If you have a correct goal and you do it according to the will of God, and this is the best thing. And your sexual relationship is the expression of that bonding, that love, that commitment that you have to each other your whole life. Now she come back to another kind of oxytocin. It's another hormone that your brain make it when you feel love. So you don't have this hormone all the time. Only when you feel love. You feel loved by someone, or you have a lot of love to give, and this hormone will produce in your brain, and this hormone will make you relax and make you happy, and also make you love other people too. So you see that scientific look this way. Hormone is the one who control our feeling, but for the Bible, it's God who keep us love and make us love. But for scientists, it's the hormone. Well, we can combine both. God used the hormone to help us, or God used something else in our body to help us to fulfill the goal that God has for us. So that might be a good way to explain it. So a lot of psychology call oxytocin as love hormone. Can you buy some? Well, they say that you cannot make one, but a lot of drug that people use can imitate part of it. That's why people hook on drug. But it's not a real thing, and it won't last long. And the side effect of drug is a lot, too much, not worth it. But oxytocin is the natural way that God given us when we feel love, or when we have a lot of love to give. Our body produce that hormone and make us feel good, make us happy. So you see that there's a lot of scientific study about oxytocin in our human body. They say that it not just make people love one another, it also make people feel good about their life, their future, and make people want to try to do something better for not just for themselves alone, but for the one that they love too. So this is a good hormone that we should have a lot. Now another hormone that she will talk about is here, dopamine. What is dopamine? Dopamine is another key player in chemistry in intimacy. You see, we call oxytocin is love hormone, but dopamine we call pressure molecule, mean that it makes you feel happy in a different way. They say that when couple have sexual relationship, the body make another hormone they call dopamine. It makes people exciting. It makes people happy in a different way. You see that dopamine come at a very active, very hot stuff, but oxytocin come as slow, quiet, but make you happy deep down inside. But dopamine make you excited, make you want to do a lot of things. So that two hormone will produced by your brain when you feel love and you have sexual relationship with your spouse. Normally that two hormone will come up in your brain and make everything better. So now why they talk about these two kind of hormone, they say that naturally it happens when the couple have good sexual relationship. They will, their brain will produce two kind of hormone and make them happy, make them excited, make them want to do a lot of things together as a couple or as a family. So she believes that if we keep doing this, the bonding of the marriage will get stronger, and the couple will go over all kind of problem together as a team, as a family. So she want us to have these two hormones all the time. And for her, in order to have that two kind of hormone is to sexual relationship in your marriage. So she believed that a lot of couples don't feel excited or don't feel love one another that much or that deep because the lack of that two hormone. So now a lot of people always say that if that the case, can we buy that two hormone, inject it or drink it? Well, we found out that the natural way is your body make itself. If you try to take some kind of drug to replace that, we found out that most of the time it doesn't work. It doesn't last long, and it don't have the real good effect on your body. So the natural way always the best. Now she tried to entertain the idea that how about oxytocin and dopamine work together in your body? Well, there are many studies going on about that two kind of hormone. And they try to study that when these two kind of hormone happen in your brain, how you feel and what benefit come out of that. Well, first they try to think first why your body produce this kind of hormone in certain time only, not all day, not all the time. Well, the answer is your body doing on something else all day. or night. But in certain period of your life, especially when you have sexual relationship with your loved one, the brain will stop doing something else and concentrate on your love, on your bonding. And your brain will start producing these two kinds of hormones in order to help you bonding with your couple, with your spouse, to fulfill what God said that you become one again in your marriage. So there's a purpose that God made them and put in man and woman body for a purpose. So help the couple to bond to one another, to love one another lifetime. If you fulfill that feeling correctly. So this is what the author tried to bring it to us. Now we talk about gender differences. About men and women. Does the hormone work the same way, or does the bonding go the same way? We found out no. Why? Well, because God made men and women so differently, physically, emotionally, and a lot of other differences. And you study the brain of man and woman, even it's so similar, but it still functions differently in many occasions. So the male hormone and the female hormone inside will dictate many other hormones and dictate many other actions in your body. So the same thing that happened to the couple, the male and the female will react in different way a lot of time. So even that two hormone can help bonding the couple, but the response from male and female to those situations going to be different. And sometimes men and men, each one of men will react differently. And woman mean that not every woman will react the same way too. So it depends on many other things that get involved. So the by the way to say that we human being very complicated, and you cannot use one theory to apply to everyone the same thing all the time. But just use them as a guideline to understand human behavior, human reaction in different situations. And there's some caution here. They say that all this hormone is good when it happens naturally in the right condition. Mean that in your marriage situation, all this hormone will help. But if you use it in the wrong situation, it can be harmful. Or when you try to enhance it with other chemistry or some other drug, the thing that come out might be not what you expect. So the textbook will continue about this topic, about relationship between the couple. And she believed that when you keep your relationship well, it also will help with many other relationships in your life. Okay, the first thing that she said, when your relationship with your spouse is good, it helps emotional connection, mean that both will feel the same feeling most of the time. You connect to one another emotionally. Enhanced communication, it means that both of you or the whole family will know how to talk to one another in the way that help each one and build better relationship. And she also believed that a lot of miscommunication, misunderstanding happen because of bad feeling to one another. So communication is the key of good relationship. But to start with wrong expectation, it's already start wrong. And communication cannot be better that way, especially between the spouse. Number three, stress reduction. In a good relationship, they believe that stress of work, stress of family, or many other things, job related, when they come to the family, it can be either reduced or increased. So what that means, when you work all day and come back home, it depends on your relationship. If your relationship is very well with your spouse, with your family, the family will help you release your stress from work or from many other things. But in the opposite way, if your relationship with your spouse, with your family is already bad, the stress that you bring home will double or triple. It gets worse. So relationship with your spouse, with your family can help so much. Physical health benefit, this is very clear. With good relationship with your spouse, it helps your physical health too. But when it's bad, it affects your physical health too. You get sick often, and you get sick longer, and you get sick without cause. But when you're happy and the whole family have good relationship, you feel that everyone healthy, everyone don't get sick often, and it look like everyone very strong and healthy because they're happy to start with. Increase intimacy. Well, we cannot argue with that. Intimacy means that close relationship and good feeling to one another. It won't happen by itself. It needs work. And it depends on the couple too, that the couple want to work hard on it or don't care about it. And the result will come very, very soon. If you don't care about each other, everything will get worse from that point on. But if you care for one another, everything will come along. Everything is not a burden anymore. It becomes a pressure. It becomes something you want to do, to spend time together. So you see that everything relates to one another. One thing good, it leads to another good thing. One thing bad, it leads to another bad thing in the same time. Okay, in another section, we will deal with the male by the male side or the man side. Uh, in most of your experience working with the male couple, you will feel that the woman will speak more openly. But a lot of times the male or husband don't want to talk or keep quiet most of the time. And you always wonder why. It's not just one man, but every male couple who come to you will have the same thing. Man don't want to talk and don't want to tell. But why they come? Because they know they have problem, they need help. But still, even they come to you, they still don't want to talk a lot. And then we try to find out why. Well, you can answer from many perspectives. From the biblical perspective, you will see that God put man as the leader. And a lot of leaders don't complain. A lot of leaders just keep quiet. And now you look at from the scientific perspective, the physical of man, emotionally, everything are built to be leader to be strong and don't react to anything easily. It's different from women who are built to respond, to feel, but men are built to work, to be strong, and not to feel that much. So you might say that physically men are built to be strong and to react, but women are built to be soft, emotionally, and sensually. So this is the physically, men and women are different so much. And now the third thing we call cultural, mean that most culture put the boy since the young that boy don't cry, boy have to be strong, don't talk too much. That naturally most culture will teach the boy that way. But for women, well, most culture will say women can be weak, women should be emotional, women should cry and should do a lot of things. So you see, culturally, make man and woman differently. You can see a boy and a girl from baby on. Physically, they're different, and emotionally, they start to be different from birth and from little one. Somebody say that you can change them by teaching them. Yes, teaching can change some, but not everything. A lot of things, a lot of emotion or reaction come from birth. You might call the trait or genetic that come with the packet of certain thing. Like you born with a certain trait or a certain thing that come at a packet. So we found out that man or woman are different. Boy and girl are different. Somebody tried to say that, oh, we can raise them up the same way and they become the same person. Well, sometimes, not all the time. We found out that most of the time it doesn't work that way. Here we talk about evolution. Evolution means that God make us for thousands of years, and for this thousands of years, man evolve. Mean that we keep changing. Why? To survive and to be better. Everything evolve, improve themselves. The one that not improve enough will not survive. So the theory of evolution, it just means that the strongest will live, the weak will die. And what keep them survival, keep them survive all the situation, they will learn and they will pass on generation to generation. So they believe that men and women are assigned for different jobs from the beginning. Women can have baby, have to take care of the home and many other things. The men are assigned to be hunter, the one who provide food, security for the family. So you see that it's almost automatically assigned from birth and from culturally from the beginning. Well, and somebody say who assigned that? Well, God have a part in that. The Bible clearly say that God make man and woman for different purpose of the family. Man is the leader and woman is the supporter. And it is clear from the beginning that God give them different kind of responsibility. And they react to everything differently too. Well, something we don't know, and something we know for sure from birth, and something we need to learn more and more. And here to use the word male course, it's just something the culture put on men in every culture. It means that man's supposed to be this, to be that. Man's supposed not to do this, not supposed to do that. It's the code of the culture. It's the thing that it passed on generation to generation. Even you don't write it down, everyone know that man supposed to do what, not supposed to be what. And this is they call male code of the culture. Well, you believe it or not, this thing come in a packet. And different culture might have a little bit different thing, but majority is similar in some way. What they expect of men or boy, and what culture expect of woman or girl, from little one up to the time they die. The society already expect them to be what, to do what, and to believe, to do certain things. Now we come on more topic about the difference of gender, male and female. God make us that way. So we don't feel the same thing. We don't react the same thing because that's the design from God for us from the beginning. A lot of men think that we will feel connected to the woman only through sex, but this is just part of it. We found out that the deeper relationship will start with emotion, and sex can help make that deeper or not deeper. So it's a package. You cannot just say one thing will control everything, but everything work together hand in hand. Physical relationship build intimacy. And a lot of time you start with intimacy before sex, mean that you start with friendship, understanding, and the bonding will start a lot of time long before sexual relationships start, especially in many Christian couples. Sex will come the last thing, but it can enhance and can make things even a lot better. It's like icing on top of the cake. Now, look at the saying here. They say that many women want to feel emotionally intimate before they have sex, while a lot of men feel emotionally intimate after sex. So, what the difference? They say that men don't feel before, but they will feel a lot after. But women want to feel before, not after. So this is the first big difference between women and men. And they say that men feel connected with women deeper just after they have sex with her. But for most women, they want to feel that feeling before, not after. So we can entertain on that saying or that fact that happened in many cultures, in many situations. So this is some study in scientific way or psychological way to try to find out the difference between men and women and how we understand them so we can help them correctly. So when you understand the man's feeling or reaction, so you can help the men to understand themselves and to build better relationship with their spouses, with their family, and also help the women to understand men, because a lot of time men and women, wife and husband, don't understand each other because they use their personal feeling or experience to judge their spouse, which is not working that way, because we are two different gender that God made for different purpose. So to start with male and female, we are two different things that God put together for a purpose. So your goal is to help the couple understand one another correctly and have the right expectation, because without that, their marriage, their family will never last, and their problem will never solve too. So this is your job. As a Christian counselor, you can help them, bring them to understand one another and how God made them for a purpose. To understand it one thing, but to really work it out is another story. You need to help them set a plan and to learn about each other and to work out the differences and to understand each other how to help one another. So this might be a long work that you need to plan with them, a lot of work that waiting for you. Okay, I will stop here and come for your question and reflection now. And what we can reflect is the difference between men and women, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and the assignment that God give to us, men and women, husband and wife. They are different. And God make us differently. And how today scientists try to help us, men and women, from two different perspectives. And the fourth thing is culture get involved. Culture make men and women differently all the time. So how we going to work through the differences and help them build a strong family together. Okay, so this chapter will concentrate mainly about intimacy or relationship between wife and husband. And one of the main topics that she talked about in this chapter is about sexual relationship that can help or can destroy the family. It depends on how you use it correctly or not. Do you believe that a lot of couple who come to you with all kind of problem, it also relate to their sexual relationship not going well? They just don't want to talk about that. Now, let me put another way. If the couple happily in bed, they can overlook a lot of problem in their family, in their marriage. So it means that if they have good sexual relationship, they can overcome a lot of problem already. But when they're not happy with their sexual relationship, everything is problem. Little thing become big. So why we talk about this topic? A lot of Christian counselors say that we don't talk about sex, but it become a big thing. You know that when I mention all this thing, a lot of old lady in my church always say, no, don't talk about that. We don't learn about that in church.
Ajahn, I have question.
Yes, Nathan.
I don't see in the Bible where it say about kissing.
You don't see in the Bible about kissing?
Yeah.
It's everywhere in the Bible.
Book of Solomon too. Song of Solomon.
Ah. But there's a different kissing, isn't it? Cheek kissing. This was French people do. When you meet each other, you kiss on the cheeks. That's different.
You know that the Middle East kiss mouth to mouth, men, women, and women, they kiss mouth to mouth.
That's a custom, Ajahn.
Yep. Where they learn. They have been passing on this thing for thousands of years. You know that a lot of them in the Middle East, men kiss men on mouth to mouth, not on cheek. So Nathan, what is your question intent for?
No, I don't remember seeing kissing, intimacy kissing in the Bible. That's why I don't remember seeing that.
Oh. Well, the book of Song of Song have so many of that situation.
Okay, I will look carefully then. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, but I agree with you. In the Old Testament, they skip that scene a lot. They don't want to go in detail. So now, if you want to read the Bible, do you think the Bible with red X, red R, or what they call 17 or 13 or something, the age of leader? Well, it depends on which book. Some book of the Bible you might read it X or R, because the topic is about love, about sex, about death. A lot of things is serious stuff. I don't know you prepared to deal with all this situation in your counseling.
I haven't seen that yet, Ajahn. But in some case, it's I can read, because a problem that we have before was that one lady, because her husband had the hepatitis, and she afraid of having sex with him, and they were have for doing that for over 2 years. Yeah. And then I explained all the theory that you taught us about, the medical term, it should solve the problem and it should go to doctor. If you have it, you should have it already. If you can track it. But that, and then I said, you're fine, should be, that's what they're afraid. But I gave them solution, but I don't know if that help her or not, but
Yeah, hepatitis A is so easy to catch. Everyone can catch it easily. B, hepatitis B will pass on with sexual relationship or by blood transfusion. So that's two main things. And now they have C. It's also difficult to get, but every type of hepatitis have vaccine now or medicine to deal with. So you don't need to worry about that. So you ever wonder when the couple come to you for counseling and you ask them what the problem? They will tell you all kind of things. But your job is try to read what is under the lie. Something they will never tell you, something they never mention. So the real problem is not there. Whatever they put out there is not the cause. It's just a symptom. So now you will misjudge the problem. So you will misunderstand the situation and you will suggest the wrong suggestion. So how you getting better on reading that problem? Yes, besides praying a lot, you need to learn a lot.
I think Ajahn, as a
Yeah.
counselor, I think we talk less and we listen more. That's how to really find out what's the problem.
Okay, you need to train yourself to be not just listen regularly. Your listening is try to find a clue. A lot of time they will not tell you all the truth. They will put a clue for you to guess. And you need to connect all the dots and go deeper in their relationship or in their problem. They won't start, but you are the one who need to initiate. When you feel that there is something deeper than what they talk to you. And you might be surprised that the couple waiting for you to dig it up. And a lot of time you have to be the one who started. Okay, I know the chapter is not make you feel comfortable to talk. And we can cover them more in the future or some other form. Let me share with you another chapter now. Chapter 11. Now, chapter 11 will be conversation number 7. It's about love now. It's not about sex anymore. So some people say, what the difference between love and sex? Well, it's a big difference from Christian perspective. Sex is the relationship that spouse have together, as God command them. Besides to reproduce, to have more children, is to build relationship. But now we talk about pure love. What that mean? According to the Bible, in the chapter, mean that love here mean the caring, longing, loving mean here mean that you caring for one another, you longing for one another, and you help one another your whole life. So loving here in this chapter mean how to keep it alive your whole life together. A lot of people say, I love my wife so much before we get married. And after get married, the love decreasing every day until one day it's all gone. So they separate or divorce. So it should not be that situation or that case. Your love with your spouse, in your family, is supposed to increase every day. How to do that? Well, you have to keep it alive. If it's alive, it's growing. It never stops. But if it's dead, it's not growing. It's shrinking. Or if it's sick, not dead yet, but sick. When your love is sick, you have problem too. And you can tell that love of the couple is sick or dead or living, growing. A lot of differences will show you. So in this chapter, conversation number 7, the author tried to help us keep the love alive. It's like the fire. You need to keep more wood in. You have to keep more fuel into the fire. So keep it burning. Don't stop, because they need some fuel. They need something to help it grow. John 4:7 say, everyone who loves comes from God, because God is love. So Christian love is not, don't associate with sex. Sex is another topic we already discussed. Now it's real love. The love that caring, and the love that helping, and the love that sacrificing. This kind of love that the couple need to develop, need to have. And the Bible clearly say that love comes from God. Only God have love. We need to get it from God. Love is like a language. So what that mean? It means that you, in order to keep up with the language, you need to speak it. You need to use it every day. You might remember that your children, when they're young, you speak your native tongue with them, and they speak back to you all the time. But one day when they went to school and they come home, they start speaking English now. And if you keep respond to them in English, sooner or later they will forget your mother tongue, and they will speak only English now. Why? Because when you don't use with them every day, they will forget. They will not know how to use it anymore. So now they compare this to love. Love needs action. You need to practice love all the time, every day. So your love is alive, and you know how to love, and you know how to get love back in the same time. Well, a lot of people might say that, oh, I don't need to learn. It automatically with me. No, in fact, even little baby learn how to love. I have a lot of first-hand experience working with orphans who don't have family at all. And they put all this baby together in the house, and with one babysitter take care of many of them. All these baby cry themselves to sleep and don't have enough people to hold them. So you see that this baby never known the real love, anyone who love, who care for them. And they grow up, they don't know how to love because they have to help themselves from the beginning. They don't know how to share. They don't know how to love. And that's sad. We human beings are built to love by God. Someone loved us from the beginning, that God and our parents. And then we learn how to love other people in the same time. And in order to be fluent in love, you need to use it every day, practice it all the time. So you can guess now why some people don't know how to share love, don't know how to express love, because they don't practice all the time. So they don't know how to do it. Now, in the chapter, the author will say there are 6 steps that going to help us to show love to our couple or in our family. The first advice of the first step, they say that celebrate positive moment in your family or in your marriage life. Anything happen, celebrate it. Have something to remember it. For example, celebrate the first time you met, celebrate the first time you did, or celebrate something about your reunion, or something that happened in your family that all family get together for the first time in a long time. So anything can be celebrated for your couple or for your family and make people happy when you celebrate. Number 2, establish ritual. Mean that a lot of family will have ritual, mean that you have something that only your family do it every year. For example, your family will go to Big Bear or go to retreat together every year. And that become a ritual, mean that become your routine. Keep it, because it keep everyone expecting to that thing all the time. Or you going out once a month to have lunch or dinner together at a certain place. Keep it as long as you can until become part of your family ritual or tradition. Address attachment issue. So what that mean? Something that always come between you or something that always cause problem. Each one have different attachment issue that need to correct or solve. So if that happen, sometimes the family need to talk about it, or the couple need to address that problem together to solve it, because it come in between you or your family, cause problem. Even it's personal, but it can cause the whole family problem too. So we call attachment issue. Creating a resilient relationship story. What that resilient mean? It means that your relationship can last and can survive anything. Well, a lot of family or couple went through a lot of difficult time. But when you go through it together and you win, that is something you need to keep it and remind each other that we went through the difficult time together and we survived. We will do the same thing again and we will survive. And we will come out stronger. So this it means something you work together. Creating a future love story means that the family always hope we're going to do something together someday, sometime in the future. or dad and mom plan to have second, third honeymoon somewhere in Europe or somewhere special. Anything that the family or the couple can plan together for the future is a good thing to try or to dream about, to hope about. Emotionally safety. So what that mean? It means that the family will come to the agreement that we will talk and we will work together to solve the problem. It try to solve the problem together as a family, not just keep it, bury it, or hide it. And everyone need to feel secure that nobody going to get mad or get angry because everyone care for one another. So if you can build that feeling in your family that everyone can be safe and can express what they feel safely, and everyone in the family will accept them. So if we can build that trust, that relationship, that will help your family so much. So the whole key point of the chapter is it takes time. You cannot expect everything will happen in a day or in a week or a month. Sometimes it takes several years for you to build a strong family with good tradition and good ritual, good culture, good communication. It takes time, but never give up. You have to start one step at a time. And then when you have the first step, you can have the second and the third follow up. Slowly, you will build a very strong family and married couple or make it last forever. It takes time. And she mentioned that doing something together, start something small. Don't just dream about something big and never do anything at all. Start some small step all the time. Every month or every few months, start something small step to go to a big goal later on. So this is something she recommends. Well, even you start something small now, in the long term, it will have a big impact. So it's like a small seed. It's always a seed until you bury it and you grow it. That small seed might look it dead, but later on it will grow into a big tree. But if you don't take a chance to bury that seed, it will never have a chance to grow to be another tree. So sometimes you need to take a chance and work hard on it. Start something small and keep working on it. The long-term benefit going to be good for you, your whole family. And we mentioned again about the ritual, something that you can do every day, every week, every month, or every year together. It can be small thing or something that everyone want to do it or love to do it in your family. For example, they say that date night, once a month, your family have a date to have dinner outside in a certain restaurant together. Or the whole family do something together, like playing game, go to the movie, or play certain kind of sport together once a week. That becomes your ritual on your family. Sunday planning section, they always recommend that it won't happen by itself. You need to take some time, like on Sunday evening, planning, talking about the next thing that the family want to do together. Some planning need to be done. Special occasion, let's say another easy way to start the ritual or start something at a family is celebration. milestone. Mean that anything special in the member, like birthday, graduation, promotion, or anything special happen, we have celebration. So that will keep the relationship strong and show everyone that we care. And everyone feel that we are part of the family. Create your own tradition. Sometimes you say, my family never do anything together, start one. You can, it's never be late to start some tradition in your own family. Even after many years, you never do anything together. You can plan and start and invite everyone to join. The first time might not be everyone, but if everyone happy, now the next time more people will join, or they want to do it more often. So try to find something that the whole family can do together. Become your tradition of your family, something good. We can talk more about the idea of make some tradition for your family. And at the later part of this chapter will be about communication. So what is the effective communication should be here? Open, honest. You need to be sincere, open. Don't keep something. Be sincere and be open to your family. That will help. Now, number 2, we call it active listening. A lot of people say that when I keep quiet, I don't talk, I listen. No. A lot of time you don't listen. You just think about something else. Listen mean active listening mean that you pay attention to everything the people say and think about it and respond in a quiet way or in your heart that you understand the speaker, what the intention, what they try to say. So active listening means that you work in the same time, try to understand the speaker. It's not just understand the words, and also understand the feeling. And you can keep asking some question if you're not sure that you understand correctly. It means reflection. Sometimes it helps the speaker to identify the topic clearer. Conflict resolution means that sometimes what your family talk is not about harmony, it's about conflict, about problem that they don't like, or something that they think you cause problem. So they recommend you stay calm and respectful, seek solution together. Don't try to deny or to argue at that moment. Listen and wait for your chance to talk. And if you cannot continue, you can ask for a break. Better than try to stop them or try to scream back. Just ask for a break. You need a break. And number 4, the recommended regular check-in, mean that the whole family need to be on the same page, mean that make sure that we understand each other and make sure that we give feedback, what we feel or what we think to what the family want to do. So this is the regular check-in mean so much, mean that we care, mean that we pay attention. And number 5, they say prioritizing physical intimacy. It mainly means for the couple who marry, and it can also pass on to the member of the family too, that we care by hugging, kissing, touching appropriately, and that will help the relationship. I know in a lot of Asian culture, we don't hug, we don't kiss, we don't touch. And that the minus of a lot of our culture. So we might find a way to do the handshaking, hugging in some form that acceptable, because it will help relationship, especially in your own family, so much. Regular physical connection. And they put another section on daily touching, shake hand, hugging, and become your own family tradition or something your family, when you meet, will do. Exploring new avenue mean that find something new that will help your family get together, or pay more time together. Anything your family love to do or want to do, try it. It never be too late to try something new, or anything that might help your family. It's always good to try. Balancing intimacy with other commitment. Well, somebody say that you don't have time to spend together all the time. Yes, you're right. So sometimes we cannot get together all the time. We can do something else, like we get in touch through the phone, through the text, or some other thing, because a lot of time the family cannot physically get together all the time or often as you want, but you still can replace it with some other virtual gathering or something that you can imagine that you can do to be a good communication for your family. Continue growing together mean that don't leave someone out. You go together as the whole team, as a family. Sometimes you have to drag someone along. Sometimes someone have to help pushing you. So we do that as a family. Share, go, and dream. It only happens when the family open up and caring for one another and talk or communicate often. If not, forget it. You cannot share, go, and dream with other people who don't have time for you or don't care for you. So this is something that will work when the family really want to help one another. Supporting individual growth. So it's so important that each one of the family help one another. Some of your family might need more help now, and some might can help more or contribute more. So that is okay. Don't always think that why I have to do more. Well, if God gives you more, you can do more. If God make you stronger, you have to sacrifice more. Because not everyone have the same resources. Not everyone strong as you are. So we are different, but we need one another. Adapting to changes. Another key word that she recommends the family is change happens all the time. And we need to be ready to accept change. I know that sometimes you depend something for the family, but when time comes, it cannot be done. We have to change. We have to accept it. But we can reschedule or do something in that place or do something else. So it means that we don't just give up on that, but be flexible. Seeking support when needed means that when your family cannot function by itself, you might need outside help or someone who have more experience or the expert to step in to help your family or to help your marriage. So don't feel ashamed if you need help, because your survival of your family is more important than your faith or your fame. Seek help. And another step is they call professional help. It's not just regular help. but someone who are expert in that field that can really see through and give the best advice for your family. Sometimes you have to go to that step and pay for that help a lot of time. Community and social support, a lot of time the church have a group that support the family, or your own community have some group that will work with your family on a certain topic or certain need that you have. Reaching out during the tough time mean that when the family face crisis or difficulty, don't wait for someone to solve the problem. Anyone in the family can reach out to get help and bring help to the family. It might take time, it might take one step at a time. Do something to save your family. Don't wait. If you can do anything, do it to save your family. And this is just the sum up of this chapter. The chapter is not about sex anymore, but about love. And she go in many detail about how to share love, how to love each one in your own family or your spouse. It needs sacrifice, it needs work, and never give up. Anything you can try to make the love last longer or better, do it. Don't wait. And don't say it's not my job. It's the job of everyone. To make your family better, to make your marriage stronger is your job. So this is the chapter is all about. Okay, I will stop and come for your reflection in the chapter. Your family do anything that help make it better, stronger? Your family have a tradition to bring everyone together once a month or several times a year?
Yes, Ajahn.
What do you do?
We celebrate every birthday.
Oh, so everyone come?
Yes, we have big family.
That's good.
So my father-in-law have 4 children,
Mm.
and I believe he have more than 10 or 15 grandsons.
Oh,
And we celebrate every birthday, and then we come together, we cook food, bring food, come together, and we celebrate the birthday every birthday.
wow. Maybe every week you have celebration.
We do once a month,
Oh,
and
okay.
sometimes 1 or 2 birthday a month,
Okay,
and
that's
we
good.
come together once a month, and we celebrate Christmas, Thanksgiving, and we don't do Easter. We do a Christmas and Thanksgiving every
Mm.
year.
That's good. That become a good tradition to bring the family together.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
sometimes
Yes,
we like a family reunion,
yes.
and then like I'm guilty. I haven't spent a lot of time with on my side, but with Evan's side of family, we spend more time. So my goal is to spend more time with my side of family and get together, like to cook meal or just to enjoy each other's company. And for the women ministry, we did our first mini vacation. So hopefully, we continue to do that because that's a good experience for us to bond together and make us grow in Christ. So we just hope to continue to do that as well.
Yeah, you will learn that nothing can replace spending time together. You need time together to bond.
Yes. Thank you.
Mm. Yeah, it's good to have retreat or a day together to have dinner or to spend time doing something together. Everything will work. Yeah, you might see that a lot of men will go to play sport or do fishing, hunting, because that's the main thing. A lot of women will get together to eat, to do other things. How about your marriage, your couple? What you do to bonding more closely? A lot of time in Asian culture, the couple never do anything together.
Mm.
Oh, besides just regular day, every day.
Well, Em and I sometimes would go to movie, but it's been a while.
Mm,
We go to movie, and then, but most of the time we spend together, it's in a ministry.
mm,
So we enjoy doing that, and we have all day, and we're happy to serve God and do whatever
mm,
we can and do our part. But we do and also enjoy going out of town to other church to visit. That we spend time together, serving God and spending time together at one time. How do you say it? Two for one.
mm.
So we do enjoy that as well. So that's how we spend our days for the last couple years, 5 years. And Evan have to give up his golfing. He loves to golf, but since he served the ministry, so he have to give up that.
Mhm.
But yeah, but he's happy to do that though. Thank
Oh, great.
you. Mhm.
So it means the rest of you don't have anything to do with your spouse regularly?
Yes, Achan.
Mm.
Me
What you do?
and me and my wife, we go eat almost every weekend. So that
Oh, that's good.
yeah. So we try almost every restaurant, see which one's better.
Oh, you do your fishing, hunting together?
Yes, yeah, we go trip for fishing, we go trip for hunting, yeah. So we do a fishing couple times a year, and then we go hunting couple times a year. So that's a season. And I know she liked camping, so I bought a little RV, and then we go camping like a week in the woods. And every time we got a deer, she really happy. So we you know, for me and my wife, we don't have that much uh like I mean complicated like agree like thing like that, like every
Mm.
time when she say something or something she don't like, so I can tell, so I stop. I stop.
Good.
And I just I just stop, and we wait for a little while, and then we hold hand and we pray together, and then we become really really good friend again. So
Oh, good.
yeah, we do a lot of we go a lot of trips to the Hawaii, and go fishing and hunting every year, and then
Mm.
we go out a lot, go eat. So
Okay, good. Find something that both of you love to do together and keep doing it.
yes, she really don't like fishing, but I want her to come with me. So
Mm.
and after we have a little boat, and then one day that she caught a lot of fish, and then after that she get addicted. She come all the time.
Mm. That's good. Okay. I will give you about 20-minute break, and we will come back for the next class. I will shut down the site for a few minutes, and you sign back in, okay?
Okay.
Okay.